No one really likes the sound of their own voices except for a true narcissist.
La 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 la.
How do I warm up my vocals before I go on air? Depends what time I'm working. So it's harder to do in the morning because you get out of bed and you rush to work and you haven't talked to anyone.
Like, use your voice at different levels, because that's you want to be able to voice without voice a script without cracking.
When I started, obviously, with less experience, you're more nervous, and you tighten up.
So what I do generally, because I'm on the radio in the morning, is I hum. In my low register. And I do that while I'm, going through my scripts or whatever. I hum a lot.
I mean, these are kind of ridiculous, but there's a couple from my days in acting school, which are like this one. You just take your hands loosely in front of you, try to relax your jaw as much as you can, and then it's just like...
Meow, meow. See how it goes meow? It really gets your jaw opening.
A nice massage is just with 2 fingers. You don't want to go too tough or too heavy and hurt your joint in here, but just to loosen it up a little bit.
So there's another thing. I'm shaking my leg right now. Can you see it? Can you feel it? Which I do. It's a nervous habit. It's not good to do when you're talking on the radio, though.
I think that I have used some of the things that other people don't want me to do in the way I interview now. Sometimes if I take a breath, someone can hear me taking a breath if they're giving a long answer, and then they know I want to get in there, so then they'll give me space.
How are you? Like, it's weird, and I'm over exaggerating, but I put fake ums in there. It's weird.
I think it's for other people to decide whether I have little peculiarities that they don't like. I mean, you can be yourself, though. So if there's something that you hear yourself doing that you don't like, then change it. And if other people really don't like it, well, sometimes that's just personality.
I'm bad with this, and so I can't keep this with me. Or I have to keep it face down or turn it off, because that will distract me. That is a bad habit.
Take your time and leave a lot of time. It's not going to be done in 10 minutes. It shouldn't be your first take. It's not good enough one take. Do it over again. Slow down, take your time, and breathe. Like that, 2 times before you start.
What I do that I think is really important is I listen to how other people read things. I have always done that, and I've always picked up on things I like and things I don't like.
Well, this is performance. This is engaging. This is authentic. And all those things take confidence.
I do a lot of marking. I do a lot of writing on the scripts. Just as I glance through them, words that amuse me, words that frighten me, words that are familiar to me, are not familiar to me.
The problem with people not liking the sound of you is that it's personal. This is your voice. It's personal. It's not like saying, hey, I don't like how you sound on that piano, because it's not your piano. Everyone's like, sound natural, sound like yourself. And I'm like,
I sort of position myself on a chair, and I have the mic in a certain place. Normally I'm wearing headphones, and I crank up my headphones. I like to be able to hear myself.
I think the most difficult thing for anyone to do, I might suggest more for women, is to love your own voice. And it's a weird thing because it's mental and it's about confidence, but that's what a lot of this is about. And we're taught not to love our own voice. We always say, oh, I don't like the sound of my voice. And so loving it and owning your instrument, because that's what it is, and you can't really change it. You can improve it, you can work on it, but it is what it is. It's not like playing the piano or a violin where you can go get a Stradivarius or a different instrument.
After I've marked it up and stuff like that, I'll go through it once, make sure that I haven't butchered the thing so that I can't read it, and just kind of wing it in the end. When
it comes to a documentary for radio, I never start writing until I know what the clips are and the sounds are. And that means I hear them. And that means, and you're going to tweak a little and you're going to pull back on one thing or another thing and it's going to change a little bit. But you're part of the package. It doesn't just get slapped together later. So all of that matters. And there can be references to something, but there can only be references if you know where they are. So all of that matters. I never start writing without knowing those little things.